me.
Moving on. The next quick shot is Game Pass and the effect that it's having on these games. It seems that Doom has all of a sudden incorporated skins into their game. Like
Doom.
I've
Doom,
never
man.
heard of Doom even doing that. Doom is first person, right?
Yeah.
So what type of skin shit is you gonna see? Your hands? Like you wearing 10 rings?
your gun, dude.
Shang-Chi's 10 rings or something? Like what are we doing here?
I don't know.
So
man.
explain this to me, fellas. Like how is Game Pass making such a difference in these games that Bethesda would go ahead and it's Bethesda, right? Bethesda
Yeah.
does Doom.
Yeah.
That they would go ahead and put some
Microsoft.
some pay in there.
It's Microsoft
now.
probably doing this. I just think there's a lot of people, man, who didn't play Doom. Like I didn't play Doom. I don't think you played Doom or you played Doom.
I played all the Dooms except for the last one.
The newest
Eternal.
one. That's what. Yeah,
Played
yeah.
all of them
Eternal.
except for that one.
I think and that was really a well-loved game, Doom Eternal, and it was pretty highly rated, and a lot of people loved it.
Yeah, they did rate that.
But a lot of people, I think, missed out on it too. Like skipped it. Like I skipped out on it.
And it wasn't because I wasn't like interested. It's just because so much other stuff.
It was always kind of
on.
like on the list, but like I never like got
so
around
much
to
to play.
playing it. And I think like when it came on Game Pass, a lot of people who had skipped out on it played it, and they saw this huge uptick in user,
right.
and probably people still playing it in like multiplayer and stuff. And they're like, well, shoot, let's go ahead and add skins. And didn't they say like they had said they were never going to add any decent like loot boxes or a marketplace
But this
ever,
was
and they
before they
did
got
now. And this was
purchased,
before they
right?
got purchased, which is why I think this has a lot more to do with Microsoft than
It probably
Bethesda.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some way for them to rack up a couple of extra bucks
yeah,
off
for
of the
sure,
game.
dude.
For me, the Game Pass effect, like this one article you sent us, I think it's going to start changing the way all games are made. All games are going to have in the back pocket some DLC, because if the game flops, if the game is on PS Plus, if the game is on whatever streaming service, let's say Stadia is going to start giving free games, Epic, they gave tons of games, the company could still make money. People are more inclined to spend when they got it for free. So I think, we'll continue to see, not just from Game Pass, but I think games are going in this direction. I don't mind it necessarily. I'm not going to buy it, but it is kind of interesting that when they specifically said they're not going to do it, fast forward, Bethesda, I think, what's the company that makes Doom ID?
Id, yeah.
They say specifically something, but now they're under new, management. And
It really doesn't make sense. It's like
Yeah.
skins for Halo campaign.
it makes
No sense, right?
See, I see more Halo, because that's more of like there's an online aspect.
yeah.
Like this
I'm just saying it's like a
yeah.
campaign, though, is like
Well,
the
you
main
guys said
thing.
that Doom has multiplayer, right?
So it does have a multiplayer aspect, but no one plays it. Like
Okay.
it's
it's
an
praised for
afterthought.
its campaign.
So, but I mean, like the skins, then would they be like more utilized for the multiplayer? Because you would
Probably.
just see somebody.
Probably.
I feel like the skins are kind of like getting skins in like Call of Duty. Like you don't ever see it, but you see the character when you go to pick your guy, and then when he
Well,
goes in,
the
you don't
main
ever
ones of
see
Call
it.
of Duty are your gun. You can get camos and stuff for your gun that you see.
but you
Okay.
get operators too.
And
Yeah,
operators.
the operators.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But
Like
the
skins
operators actually
operator.
give you like an ability, right?
As far as
Not in
Warzone,
Cold
no.
War.
Oh, okay.
As far as Warzone, there's just like different.
In Black Ops 4
Gotcha.
or 3. What was the most recent one? Was it 4?
I
think it was four.
Cold War. I don't
The
think they gave
operator-
you anything either.
The operator gave you an ability. So whatever operator you chose dictated your abilities,
Gotcha.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, it's interesting, But I think we're gonna see more of this as Game Pass is becoming a staple. Any game on Game Pass, expect there to be something for sale on that game.
There's a really cool video on Colin Moriarty's channel, Last Stand Media, little shout out, where they interview a developer who's making games, a game developer producer. So they're producing games.
Yeah.
And they're putting a lot of them on Game Pass, and just talking about the impact of Game Pass on the gaming development world. Like, I guess it's doing a lot of good things. Like, because the developers are like, we love this because there's two things we want. We really just want to make back what it cost us to make this game, and we want people to play our game. Like those are the two things we want. It's not always about like making all these profits. It's about we really just want to make back what it cost us, and we want to have people play it. And
to
the
be
game,
able to sustain and make another one.
and that, or just you want someone to see the game you made.
Yeah.
And like Game Pass is doing that, and it's taking a lot of the pressure off because you're like, okay, you see the deal they offer you, and it's like, will this cover our production costs? Yeah. So why would we not do this? Because we know we're guaranteed to cover our production costs, and we get whatever little sales on top of that we do get,
If
and
you
on
do
top
put
of
something
that
else
we
in
get
there.
an audience.
Yeah.
And he's like, imagine some games like Fall Guys. You know, some of these games would have never Rocket League. Would Rocket League be the game that it is today had it
was on
never been
PS
free
Plus.
on PS Plus? Would that have ever happened? Would Fall Guys have become the smash hit
If
it
it
was
wasn't free
had
off
it
top?
never been free off top? And like,
I think that one would have.
I don't know. I don't think it would have.
I would have never
Honestly,
played it
I don't
if
think
it
it was.
wasn't free.
People were already. I was playing it on PC before. I don't know if that one was day one. I think like a week or two staggered. But I got.
I
that
thought it
one
was
for
day
PC.
one.
I got that one for PC first, and then I got the PS Plus one like couple. Like a
I
week
don't
or
know
two
if that
later.
would have ever been like the smash hit that it was, like the worldwide smash
Like,
hit that it was.
I would have never played it if it wasn't for free.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Like, I would have never. It's
I
just
got it
not
on
something that's
PC
on my
pretty
radar.
much
I would have
day
never
one.
even thought about trying it.
Yeah.
Like that game would have never crossed my mind to try. And really Rocket League either. And I enjoyed Rocket League as well.
Rocket League was okay for me. I didn't really spend.
I'm
much
just saying,
time
but
in
you
it,
can see how
yeah.
dope it is, right? Like
Yeah.
I can see now why
It's
this is a good
competitive
game.
as
I would have
hell,
never
yeah. I see
bought.
why you put some
I would have
time
never
into it,
bought Rocket League, but I loved Rocket League. I
Yeah,
platinumed it.
that's how I feel about it too.
put,
I never
like, a lot
platinumed it,
of
but I
hours
liked
into
it a lot. I thought it was a very well
Damn, how
designed
you
game.
platinum a competition game? Just do it all.
Just played a lot, man. So it's just interesting, this Game Pass effect. I think it's good, man. Like I like it.
If we can see anything like Genshin Impact in the future, where there's like a fully flushed game, and then they have like things to buy, you know, in the background, like that stuff doesn't bother me. Like as long as you gave
Me
me
too.
a full flushed out game,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can
heck
add all of
me
the extra
neither.
little skins and shit, the little packs, you know, that excuse me, that like Call of Duty be adding into their games and stuff. Like
I'm cool with that.
trying to get you to get into their battle pass and like, oh, pick this because you get this gun with this skin and
seasons,
stuff like
battle
that. You know
pass,
what I
all
mean?
that.
It literally does nothing extra for your character. It's just that you get a skin for the gun.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that stuff, like, cool. Yeah, there's people who love to deck out their guys and do all that. Like, more power to you, bro.
Yeah, we've talked
As long
to-
as you got the basics there, then I'm good.
We've talked about this a lot on this show, like how we feel about, we believe that's a good direction to go. We've all felt that way. Hearthstone, I've spent money on that. It didn't cost me a dime to get started, and it felt fleshed out when I got it first.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every minute I had when I got it for free. It made me want to get a few more cards, and I've been putting money into that periodically for the last multiple years in a row. How is that not a better model? Like, to me, I agree. Give us these games for free, and then just add in. I don't mind it. I honestly don't. If it was given to me for free, I don't mind it.
Man, I you know, Destiny too. I bought the battle pass. You know what I mean? And then I stopped playing the game. So it's like they really got free money after that.
But you
'cause I never
enjoyed it
played
for those hours you played it
Yeah.
for free.
Right.
Because it was on Game Pass.
Right, but it was
So-
it was such an easy choice for me to make to buy that,
Right.
Because I had gotten the whole game plus the DLCs for free off
Exactly.
of Game Pass. So,
I
yeah,
loved that, man.
Yeah, that's
Because I played that whole DLC all the way through. that what was it called? The Beyond Light or whatever?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was all for free.
yeah,
So
it was dope. So another topic that popped up on the radar, kind of like recently, was The Last of Us 3, right? So Neil Druckmann was in an interview, and he basically stated that the plot, the script, everything for the game, for the storyline is done. It's just a matter of time when they're going to release it.
Right.
Is it going to be sooner or is it going to be later is what they said. So, I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Do you think, like, when do you think they would actually release 3?
Yeah. I don't know much about The Last of Us, but the only thing that came to mind, I need to
come
get
on,
on.
play it, dude.
I have no excuse. I need to
have
get
no
on these. I need
excuse.
to get on these. The only thing that came to mind, I'm just gonna say one thing.
You're going to start getting homework from the rest of the viewers.
yeah,
if you don't
dude,
get
come
your ass
on.
The Last of Us.
All right. The only thing that came to my mind is how long until it's gonna be leaked, because The Last of Us 2 was
That's right,
leaked,
that
and
happened.
people was going berserk. You know what I mean? And
But
it
if
was
Neil's
cool.
got that shit on paper, it might not ever get leaked.
I know, but that was kind of entertaining for me
Locked.
to just.
They might have
like-
learned from that.
Hey, that was entertaining for me just to read like people going nuts. So I was like, I wonder if people are gonna go nuts when this is leaked. So we'll see. We'll see if they got a better job at locking their stuff.
Dude,
down.
I really, really want you to play The Last of Us, man.
I will.
And I actually almost want you to play The Last of Us 1 just so you can play The Last of Us 2. Because I think you will be blown away by 2.
Because remember, I told you I did download The Last of Us because it was part of that
Remastered,
collection.
yeah.
So I downloaded it. I put it like an hour or two into it. It didn't have that like it was pretty. I don't know. It didn't have that like I gotta keep playing this effect on me yet. But I probably need to put more time into it.
I don't think it did immediately either when I played that game. Remember, that was the very first game. That was a new IP. The Last of Us was a new IP. So we had known Uncharted was dope, but we didn't know what really to expect from The Last of Us. And I was blown away, though. I mean, we got to remember, we did this, when this game came out? Probably
2013.
Yeah, 2013.
So that opening scene in the house when you're walking around, and then when you're in the car and how you're able to move from window to window was so incredible to me.
During the cutscene.
During the cutscene,
yeah.
like as you're driving away, you're turning and you're looking back still at the burning house.
Seeing
and the
all the
zombies.
crap,
Like
yeah.
that felt so surreal to me. Like how they did that I was really blown away. Like maybe like that's become a little bit more commonplace now. Those kind of things.
Telltale games do that,
Right, because The Last of Us kind of like just like was incredible, and like everyone copies The Last of Us. That was like jaw dropping to me, and that whole opening scene with his daughter and stuff was jaw dropping to me. And then it did kind of taper off when you when you did the time leap, just a little bit. But when you get past like that camp part and like into the city, that's when the game is so freaking good, man. It's like it's so incredible. It's just an absolutely jaw dropping game. So I would just say like truck through a little bit more.
Okay.
And then if anything, truck through it to the end just so you can play 2, because 2 is jaw dropping, dude. It's modern too. So like
I need to give
really
it a chance. I was trying to do some exploration, but I couldn't really find any items in that game. But maybe there are. Maybe I didn't get to them yet.
There's not a whole lot of exploration items in 1. There's a lot more in 2, I feel.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like play through the story and not try to look, because I was trying to go.
There
through
are.
things.
It's more like finding blueprints to upgrade your gear.
Because I remember you guys were talking about like in 2, like you're looking through like everything. It seemed like, but
it seemed like there was like things off the beaten path, but that it wasn't a beaten path. It was like it felt like you weren't supposed to find it, but you were supposed to find it.
You would not find it unless had you not gone on the beaten path. But at the same time, they kind of like coax your curiosity to where you're like, okay, I think I want to throw a rock at that, see what happens.
Yeah, like you see something move, and it's like, do I go and check that out, or do I just keep going over here?
Right.
And if you go to check
and then
that out,
if you do it, you actually find like a pretty important blueprint. It's like, damn, what if I left this? Could have left this behind.
I really liked the map.
It was really cool, man.
The maps were like really dope.
It's just such.
You see like an open window, and you're like, damn.
I know.
I wonder if I could get up there.
Can I break that? Or can I get up there? And you can.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, if I move this trash can, like this trash can gets me over this fence where I needed to go. But if I stop it right here, I can probably get into that second floor. I wonder what's up there. And then there's like a blueprint for a weapon up there. And it's like, oh,
that sounds dope. That sounds legit.
It is dope,
Yeah.
dude. It is
And
dope.
I think after you guys were talking about that for the second one, I thought the first one was kind of more like that. But so far, the environment, like 1 or 2 hours in, you can't really find much stuff except for like what.
Right. That's why I said get out of like the camp that you're in, get into the city. And there's more of that where like you kind of want to walk into the buildings and see what's in there. Okay. And random things will cut. She'll just start talking about some music she's looking through. Yeah. It feels really real.
She talks about the scenes,
yeah,
the
like
scenery and stuff around. And
that's what's so cool. It's like you would have never heard any of that dialogue between those two had you not went in there and you just kept walking forward. But if you went in there, it cuts in so seamlessly that it feels real and authentic. Gotcha. The communication between Ellie and Joel, all of it is just jaw-dropping authentic.
I'm gonna restart it this week,
and you'll love it.
Install it and restart it.
The main thing you're doing in 1 though is you're collecting just survival things. Like I need gunpowder, I need tape to just survive. So you're not really like hunting for like a neat thing, like you are kind of in 2.
Yeah,
but you're still hunting, man. You still want because you want as much supplies as you can get.
I feel like they gave you more with exploration in 2 than they did in 1. You know,
You're rewarded more for exploring,
One was
yeah.
like a beautiful world, and and the environment is
story.
enticing and everything like that. But like 2 is where they really like
it long?
explored the environment.
How long is the first one?
18
Not that
hours.
long.
Oh, okay.
Sub
like,
20.
Like Spider-Man length. The first
It's
Spider-Man?
sub 20. Yeah, maybe about that long.
Okay.
Sub 20, but not short like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Where Last of Us 2 is 30 hours at least.
Gotcha.
That's a long game.
I love you, me.